Yeah, now it is live stream.
Center for Educational Initiatives and Research, CEIR Global Trust, was started in 2009 with a vision to facilitate the evolution of positive and progressive schools through a passionate community of practice and emerge as the most trusted organization for educators across India and Indian schools globally.
So let us start our program. Today we have two events. The first is the major one. One of the leading educational expert and zonal director of CEIR, Mr. A.P.Sharma is handling the session about the strategic planning to start the new academic year. After that, 6 to 6:15, we have a regular wellness program. To welcome A.P. Sharma sir, I am inviting Dr. K.K. Shahjahan, the president of CEIR. Shahjahan sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Shishan. Dear CEIR GG members, Secretary Treasurer, and CEIR Premium members and zonal directors of CEIR. CEIR always bringing most wanted subjects through the most suitable faculties to cater to the requirement of the educationists around the world. Today, all the stakeholders of education are getting ready to face a new situation. It means everything reached to normalcy. I'm saying about the condition, the COVID condition. Now we are reached to the normalcy, and school authorities will have to tackle innumerable problems. Hundreds of problems are in front of them prior to start the operation of their institutions. The long gap changed a lot of changes in the mentality of parents and children, the economic situation of parents and the management, the changes in the basic character and behavior of children, and the changes occurred in the mode of education, that the technological development, everything changed. History will be recorded this part as the post-pandemic periods. Mr. A.P. Sharma, the leader and the expert, it means educationist, he's our guest and guide of today's webinar, how to start the new academic year, a strategic view. That's the subject. I shoulder the responsibility to welcome Mr. A.P. Sharma, my friend and well-wisher, to our routine webinar of Saturday. He's an award winner of President of India and CBSE. He's a global resource person, actually, conducted more than 300 webinars and workshops around, it means for the various stages. The contributions in the field of education are remarkable. Expert in academic planning and academic auditing, then academic strategies, and the pedagogical leadership trainer, competency building among the teachers and resource person. Many articles are published in national news and major magazines of India. That's the contribution. That shows the contribution of Mr. A.P. Sharma. He's a close friend of mine, as I mentioned, and currently working in KVM, which means Kendriya Vidyalaya, Ludhiana, Punjab. He's the CEIR zonal director. He's a zonal director, and I wholeheartedly welcome Mr. Sharma to this webinar. Welcome, sir. Please.
Thank you, Dr. Shahjahan, for a very interesting kind of introduction. But I'm simply a teacher and a student. And I always try to connect. So after working for more than 23, 24 years as a principal in India as well as in abroad, particularly in Gulf countries, I found that the teachers must change their designation and they should become learner. And in a school, there should be no teaching. In a school, there should be learning. And that makes a very big change. And what does it mean? This means there should be a collaborative learning in which child is learning from teacher and teacher is learning from situations and the challenges which has been put forward by the students during the class interaction. Thank you very much, Dr. Srison, and all the attendees. I think most of them I know personally. We had interacted many a times. It's nice to be with you again. So today, although the session has already begun, but I was fortunate enough to work on this particular topic with few state governments when they started their session. And I took webinars in the month of March that includes India as well as abroad also. I was in Dubai. So objectivity has changed because we are calling it a normal year, and let God make it a normal year or extra normal year, a pleasant year. But yes, whatever damage has been done by the pandemic in 2 years, there are certain kind of challenges in front of us. So many of you who are principal, heads of department or teachers, it will be giving you a certain kind of kaleidoscopic view around the situation that may emerge in coming days. And you need to find solution right from beginning. Maybe the beginning has started but yet you have to take a full throttle of the situation. Let me share the screen. Just a minute. So here goes my screen. So many of you who have attended my workshops before also, you know it very well that I start my workshop with a connect exercise. And this connect exercise is like in a class, and it's very popular nowadays in few states where most of the schools are using this particular aspect of learning. That is inside the classroom. Whenever you enter, you find all the students are not charged. This means there are few batteries in the classroom which are charged. There are other batteries which are half charged, and there are some batteries which are not charged, because the students come from home with different mood, carrying different kind of emotions. So it becomes very important. And now in this particular class, where all of you are attending, I want all of you to be charged. And how can you be charged? So let's say I will be asking you. Generally, I ask aha, oh, this time I'm taking chika chika, and then you have to say bomb bomb, B-O-M, B-O-M. If I say bomb bomb, you have to say chika chika, C-H-I-C-K, C-H-I-C-K. So let me check in the chat box. Chika chika, you need to type bomb bomb. So I could hear some voice, but I want you to type here bomb bomb in the chat box.
Okay.
Yes. Now I could see Sara ji has already typed. Tarang ji has typed. Good. Yes, Prasanna Joy ji has typed. Chitra ji has typed. Sharmila ji, Sandeep ji, Bhavna ji, Bindu ji, Soumya ji, Anita ji. Good. That's it. Betsy ji, Padmaja ji, Lal Mohan ji. Yeah, Vijay Lakshmi ji, I'm quite sure. So now this shows that the class is charged. And since the class is charged, we can move further. So in between also, I will keep asking you chika chika, and then you have to write bom bom. And if I ask bom bom, then you have to write chika chika. So that is an idea in classroom also. Whenever you find that you are going on a low frequency, you can check. Generally, I used to ask aha, and children used to say oho. And if I'm asking oho, they used to say aha, and different tunes. If I'm saying aha, they are saying oho. That makes an engagement. The class should be engaging. That's a very important thing. Let's come to the first point. And this slide shows that what are the challenges. And before that, if you are with the pen and paper, please, what you do, whenever you learn something new, then make a smiley. And at the end, we will count how many smileys you have gathered, how many things you have learned. So these are the challenges, and you need to meet out, because these challenges are rolling out one by one. And you never know what else is there in the bag of Education Minister or Government of India. First and foremost is that because of the pandemic, there is a gap. And this learning gap, this mind gap is very important to be filled. So wherever I conducted the workshops, I told those state governments that whatever chapters were eliminated by CBSE or the state board during last 2 years, one must make some capsule. And this capsule is to be discussed in the classroom, and this can be 10% of the total content which has been removed or which has not been taught properly, so that this knowledge gap is not remaining there. This means when child is moving from one class to another class, you are taking care of one of the most important thing, that he is not going with gaps. Otherwise, you are making a building in which few bricks are not there. And if few bricks are not there, this building can collapse anytime. So this is one of the most important thing, that mind the gap. Which gap? The knowledge gap. So you can find out across the classes, you can find out across the subjects horizontal and vertical alignments, that what gaps have been there for last 2 years, continuous online teaching. Second is related to mental health. We need to check if we are thinking that we should run the school and children are ready to come to the school and then we can proceed further. No. These children need peace of mind. These children need mental health solutions. These children need some kind of satisfaction. These children are to be brought out of the fear. Then only we can work further and these children can learn. Very simply, we need to orient teachers and parents, because in last 2 years, the roles were changed. Roles were altered. And now parents are in very good mode. We need to take the maximum advantage of that parents have started involving with their wards, understanding what's learning. It's good that we try to orient them, and whatever kind of work or what kind of assistance or association we want from them, we can take that. Children have lost the habit of writing skills. They have lost communication skills, collaboration they missed, interpersonal relations they have missed, and lack of motivation they missed. So all these things should be the part of your curriculum, that how you can improve the writing skills. Very nicely, the Veda is doing to improve handwriting. It's a very tough task, Dr. Sheesan, for you and your company to equip children again with good handwriting, because right now they are unable to write at all. Very difficult situation most of the school have faced in the pre-board examinations, when children were told to write in class 10th and 12th, they are unable to write, and their speed was very less. There is a fear, lot many situations which may occur during the second term examinations. So we need to be very careful and we need to engage children in this. Mobile affinity, mobile was a villain and now is become friend for last 2 years. Children can't move here and there without mobile. I have seen people are going for various trips. There are natural beauties here and there, but still child is on mobile. Just lock the mobile, show children beautiful natural views, beautiful such kind of things which they can appreciate. Take them out, take them contact, take them learn from nature. That is the time which we are telling. CBSE's exam pattern has changed. Now, you know, in 2023, slowly, CBSE will be eliminating class 10th board examination. In class 12th also, there is no certainty. But as you know, the pattern has already changed. This means subjective questions, objective questions, what will be proportion, where there will be semester system or the annual system. Lot many things are there. And the question paper design has changed. This means whatever building of logic you were constructing for many years, right from class 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in class 10th, that has got vanished, and child has to prepare now for a different kind of strategy, different kind of question paper, different kind of totally that kind of examinations for which for last 3-4 years he was not working. But thankfully, children have started thinking, children have started knowing that how they can cope up with that. But it's a challenge. And for school administrators and principals, it's a big challenge. Lifestyle, you know, whenever I got my children, very firstly, I found that many of them have gained many weight, too much of weight, and their lifestyle has changed. Now they can't sit in the classroom for quite some time. They want to move out. They want to move here and there. Everything has changed for them. So please, this is the duty of a school to check. Physical fitness, another aspect. Then CBSE board exam, decoding new assessment policy, you need to check. National curriculum by NCERT is being given now. Slowly it is coming. The publishers has already published the books. And I'm quite sure the schools will be struggling this complete year, how to cope up with the NCF and how to make a good combination of education for children. Latest bomb was CUET, Common University Entrance Test for all central universities. Children were not at all ready for this. But yes, thankfully it is good for long run. That the only point is there are certain challenges, because this particular batch, it is good because different boards are awarding marks differently. There are few boards who give marks with great generosity, and there are few boards which are very strict. So it is good. But there is a very, very different kind of challenge. It should not happen that again a coaching industry will develop. Even they will start teaching CUET, and the CBSE marks will become negligible for them. So getting marks in CBSE will reduce further, and children will start going to coaching institutes for CUET preparation also, like for any other preparation they go. Need to know, need to find out solution for that, and let us see how we move. I will show you Mr. Kalams' video. Listen carefully.
We should know how to handle, not only how to handle the success, how to handle the failures. Particularly you are in the management environment, Wharton. I want the young people to understand how to manage the failure. Because any task you do, you have to come across problem. Problem should not become the captain of the individual or the project chief. The project chief should become the captain of the problems and defeat the problem and succeed. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. History has proven that those who dare to imagine the impossible are the ones who break all the human limitations. In every field of human endeavor, whether science, medicine, sports, arts or technology, the names of the people who imagined the impossible are engraved in our history. By breaking the limits of their imagination, they change the world. You take C.V. Raman, you take Newton, you take Einstein, you take Chandrasekhar. By breaking the limits of their imagination, they change the world. If you want to be discoverers, if you want to be innovators, I am going to give you what type of characteristic you must have. Invention and discoveries have emanated from creative minds that have been constantly working and imagining the outcome. The telephone, he was imagining the outcome in the mind. With imaging and constant effort, all the forces of the universe work for that inspired mind, thereby leading to invention discoveries.
Sir, I would like to hear from you a few tips for the upcoming generation to succeed in life.
Well, succeeding in life, I have already told you.
Yes, sir.
You have to do 4 things, okay? Number 1, great aim.
Great aim.
I will have great aim.
I will have great aim.
I will
continuously
acquire knowledge. I will do hard work.
I will do hard work.
I will persevere.
And succeed.
Okay, that's the mantra.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
You have many accomplishments. You've written books. You've served as president. You're an aerospace engineer. You've been a professor. But you say the title you like best is the title of teacher. Why is that?
You know, I had a teacher when I was a young boy, 10 years boy, wartime, the Second World War going on. At that time, I used to see in my class, 5th class teacher, in science teacher, he entered the classroom and we used to see the radiation of knowledge from him. When he enters the classroom, my teacher, I see radiation of purity of life. And the way he taught, my dream got shaped. What should be my way of life? He is the person, the teacher gave me the vision of my life when I was a young fellow. Now a teacher has got a fantastic opportunity to grow minds, to enrich the minds, and give the dreams to the young people and nurture the dreams with them, and they will become a great human being. Sometime they will. We should know.
So you have seen this. A beautiful thing he said, that this is now the duty of teachers, and they must realize, dear teacher, you are a magician. You matter. You give your students the courage to be who they really are and say what they really think. You let them see the beauty of knowing. You offer them a window into what their world would look like if they work hard, if they promise, if they dare. You remind them to speak out, stand up, be brave. You stop fights in the hallway while encouraging them to fight for themselves and what they believe in. So remember, dear teachers, you are a magician. Basically, let's start thinking. So once thinking will start, you can understand how we will move, because then will be the serious business that will come into. So it's an icebreaker session. Try to write the answers of these questions one by one. Wherever you are, you can mention in the chat box also. If you would go anywhere in the world, where would you go? I want you to think. That's why this exercise has been given. If you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 things would you want to take with you? If you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? If you won $1 million, what is the first thing you would buy? If you could spend the day with one fictional character, who would it be? Last one you can leave. First 5, try to write. And if you can share in chat box, we'll be brave enough. Very nice. So somebody is sharing here. Yeah, I would want to be in my daughter's arms. Amazing. Very nice, Sarah ma'am. Anita ma'am has given me smiley. You can give a smiley to yourself. You are learning. Very nice. To my native place. Very good. Vijay Lakshmi ma'am. Where are others? Greece. Very good. I want to go to Paris once. Very nice. I would like to be with my parents. Great, Akhilesh ji. Juma ma'am, okay. I would like to with my parents to my native place, to the park to play. Kailash, wow, wonderful. Soumya ji, Kailash Mansarovar, my mother's lap, wonderful. Saudi Arabia, Shahina Subair ji, to visit Eiffel Tower. Would like to be with my parents. R.S. Saparna ji. So beautiful answers we have got. So let me check the batteries of all who are presenting. Chika, chika, chika. Just write bomb, bomb. Exactly. Very nice. Tarangji, thank you. Very good. Veena ji, Nitisha ji, Vijay Lakshmi ji, very nice. Thank you. That's it. So this means all students, including me being a student, we are okay and we are ready for the next journey, next destination. And that is very interesting. What is gap analysis process? The current state and check the future state and find the gap. Improve with capsules. For example, as I said, there had been some gaps. Until and unless you will find these gaps and will try to prepare the capsules, children will miss and they will find lot many learning gaps that have occurred in their life and in their study. Second one, chutki bajao or Sikho. So I have written it in Hindi. So try to make a sound with the second finger. finger number 2, you will be able to. But try the same thing with the first finger. I hope you are unable. So now keep 2 fingers on your palm and now try with the first. You will start listening some noise coming out. What does it mean? This means this is the time when you are starting a new system about which you are not very much aware. It's very important that you check that where do you stand, and you check whether you are able to see everything or whether you are able to strategize everything. If not, if there is some problem, then take help. And those 2 fingers who are supporting are there for the help which you require. One more video is here. Those who are thinking that they can't be a leader, for them, they can't lead. So I think you have understood the most important thing, that how you can proceed further. So basically, to be a lion, it is important that you think like a lion. And if you think like a lion, you can do great things in life. That is actually the nature of work you are doing. Now, what need to change? Very simple is that you need to change the things which you can change. And what are these things? Very simple. These are the things which are in your hand. So when you are working with certain kind of lesson plans, please check that you are doing great things, but yes, these 3 things should be there. One is connecting exercise. Second one is some experiential learning task. And third thing is reflection. So in your lesson plan, add these 3 things. Experiential learning talk means the URLs which you are using. It's important that when you are using it, you need to see that you are using it effectively. And every day you are making it the part of your lesson plan. So other people are able to join you. Other people are able to understand the fact what you want to teach them and what you want to learn from. So idea is, until and unless you will reflect, you cannot move forward. So it is good that in this explanation, every day when you are taking a lesson, check that what is that thing which you want to add into. And what is one thing you would like to forget because it did not go well in the classroom today. Have that admission in your mind and you can always get through. Second thing is how to do the effective lesson planning nowadays when the things have changed. Don't forget what you have learned during pandemic. If you will forget that, then there was no use. And again, there will be a situation when we are anticipating that when something like that will come, we will learn further. So check what to do, they know on topic from other subjects. So when you are deciding about what to teach in the classroom, ask children also. Ask children what they want to learn, and from this, what are their expected learning outcomes, what they would like to learn from this chapter, and then devise your lesson plan according to that. It's a very interesting exercise. This is a new age teaching where you need to find out what actually they want to learn. Then only you can improve. And once you can improve your lesson planning, then there is a brainstorming, there is a resource repository, there is a plan lessons with colleagues, take idea from students, what they want to learn, find any latest information related to lesson, split syllabus, unit, lesson, topic, subtopic, but always have a composition of all good things that you learned. Now, what is it? Teaching and learning, resource, National Library, URLs, YouTube, quiz, all those kind of things are there. Apps, polls, webcast, wiki places, animations, etc. How to go ahead? First thing is deciding, what do I need to know? By brainstorming, you can always learn, or you can understand that what you really want to teach. And second thing, locating, where can I find the information, selecting an analysis, like I'm giving you one exercise. Just I'm giving you 2 minutes to think that if Earth stops rotating on its axis, what all will happen? Try to think about it. Because until and unless we will giving them an imagination type of thing, they will not be able to understand everything.
We need to write this or what?
Yes,
Okay.
they need to write. They need to think and they need to write in chat box that if Earth stops rotating, what will happen? If Earth stops spinning on its axis, what will happen?
How long, sir? How 2 minutes. Okay, sir.
Oh, very good. So I can see, Somyaji, one part of the earth always in darkness, difficult for little sustain. Life will become difficult, will not be able to survive. Day and night not happen. Time will stop. Very good. Everything will collapse. We will fall. This is very good. Shahina Suberji, all answers are good, but this is interesting. This is related to a very simple thing, is common sense. That whenever we are sitting in a bus and all of a sudden the driver puts the brake, what happens? We fall. And when we are falling, it is because of the momentum that is reducing. So what is happening when the earth will also stop spinning, people will fall, buildings will fall, everything will collapse. So Vinaji, you are also not wrong. The only thing is, deep down, discuss with children about these things so their imagination starts. Why did I do this exercise? Just to check all the pilots who are taking these students to the next generation in the next era are ready. I'm happy that you are ready. But when you will put up this question in front of children, you will find very beautiful answers, very interesting kind of answers. And during last 2 years, this was lacking. So give them certain kind of exercise where they will start learning about those things which are beyond imagination, but they need to imagine on the basis of logic. For example, you can ask them that if we are just have a football bladder and just we are putting air inside, whether the weight will increase or decrease. Check. So whether the gravitational force is same everywhere, if not everywhere same, then how different constellations are there. So when you are asking them questions, they will start working on logic. So what is it that what do I need to know? That's important. Then locating where can I find information. So you need to have a good combination of those three things, which is based on the lecture method as well as some URLs or videos, because children have become habitual of watching videos and learning from that, and some simulation also. That will be very good that you give them a simulation exercise and then you put them into a real life situation. They will find it very interesting. Selecting an analysis, give them chance to analyze, organizing and synthesizing. How can I use the found information? So whatever information you receive, then make graphs, make organizers. How do I communicate my findings? MS Word, Wiki, video, PowerPoint. This means even if it's a normal day, and let's hope that it will be a normal time, do not forget what I learned. Rubrics, e-portfolio, whatever you have learned as a teacher, try to make it happen. That child is understanding few things. I've written what are teachers learning resources like national libraries, URLs, YouTube, quiz, apps, all that should continue. Let me move to the next one. Teacher is a magician. So in class, like a Fevicol, you can see in this advertisement, everybody is touching everyone and then everybody is moving. In classroom also same thing happened. What do I mean with this is very interesting. You can guess that if you will start peer learning in your classes now in new scenario, then you can take whole class along, because all children do not have same pace of learning, and particularly after pandemic, few will pick up it fast and few will not pick up it fast. So like in this cycle, you can see everybody is moving. But yes, mainly with the tractor's trolley, there are two people who are moving, others are attaching or others are having just hand on the shoulder of others. Same thing in the classroom. There are some questioning skills. There is a separate webinar or question skill, but still I would tell that try to pose certain kind of questions in classroom where children are trying to find the answer, and trying to find the answer with discussion. When they discuss, they learn better. And when somebody is teaching somebody else, whatever he has learned, he will become the master of that topic. So this peer learning is very important, and be very careful. Ask relevant questions and ask questions which are not ambiguous. I told in few of my webinar, I've given this example that one bio teacher asked one child that stand up and come in front of the class. He came in front of the class and the teacher asked, how many kidneys we have? So what would have been the child's answer? Please put in chat box. Child said 4. Teacher said, go and sit down because your answer is wrong. But Sardaji is correct. Child said, ma'am, you have asked. Binaji, listen carefully. So child said, teacher, you asked how many kidneys we have, means you and I. So 2 of yours and 2 mine, altogether 4 kidneys. So sometimes we ask ambiguous questions. Sometimes we ask a question which has different meanings. But that does not mean that every answer is correct, which you think is correct. There may be different answers of a similar question. Let's move to the next. This is my master slide. What you need to do now in these situations. This is time to move, improvise, adapt, and overcome. These three important words are very, very important. I used this slide in one of the international conference, and by chance, the chief guest was the vice chancellor of a very big university of United States, and he asked, this is wonderful slide. Mr. Sharma, explain it in every webinar you take. So I take it in every webinar. I try to connect. So basic idea is in classroom, you know that you need to teach syllabus. Please forget that you need to teach syllabus. Start thinking that you need to chase a curriculum. There are some inquiry. There are some lessons. There are certain kind of questions which comes in mind. That's why there are certain kind of things involved. How to move? There are four stages. One is whenever knowledge is acquired by a person. Acquired knowledge means you taught, this is the definition of atom, this is the definition of momentum, this is the definition of anything. By acquiring knowledge, he can construct, okay, this is the answer of this numerical which has been asked, or he can construct. But very important is how to apply. Till here, every university stops. That whatever you learn, you apply. An Indian education system stops at construction. I'm very happy in last 2 years, we are working on application also. So in your classrooms, try that you move to creation also. Why India is not having scientists? Because our education system stops at application only now also. What does it mean? Whatever you have learned, try to apply. They are not going beyond to create. I asked in one of the class 8, Beta, what can you invent? The child said, sir, every easy thing has been invented by different people. Now only tough things have been left for us to invent. Very difficult. I would have discussed about gravitation and all those kind of things, but Newton has done it. I don't know why so. This is not the case. The case is make them creative, make them understand, make them learn, and make them a thinking learner, a learner who can self-pace his learning. I'm again repeating, most important sentence, make them a self-paced learner. Then they can create, and then the whole revolution will start. And particularly after pandemic, it is need of the hour that improvise, adapt, and overcome. So creation is very important. How you go, that inquire. There is inquiry about things. Means in classroom also you start asking questions, try to understand, tell them to construct and then apply, but go beyond apply and go till the creation. It's very important that what is observed and what is inference. I was telling one simple thing to few people, that how you try to inference is very different for different people because they perceive things differently. So he asked me, how can you say? I made something on the paper and he said, it looks like sun. I said, no, it's a moon. He said, so there was one more person there who came. I said, what it could be? He said, it looks like chapati. The fourth person came there. I asked what it could be. He said, it looks like a thali. It looks like a plate. Now, the things are how we perceive depends upon our mindset. There is a beautiful story that there were few artisans who were working on a temple site. And there was one guru with his student disciple was moving from there. He met first artisan. What are you doing? He said, what I am doing, can't you see? I'm breaking my head with these stones. Okay. He asked second person, there was another artisan who was working. He said, I need to do everything to fill my stomach, to get the bread, to earn the bread for my family. They moved to the third person. The third person said, oh, God had been very kind. Almighty had been very kind. Allah had been very kind. So I'm making something beautiful where people will come and remember him. People will come and worship. People will come and try to discuss about him. So now all three were working same, but perception was different. After a few days, when again they were moving from there, they looked at first person, said, could you make something? So the first artisan said, I could not make something because whenever I'm trying to finish that idol or whenever I'm trying to finish that particular pillar, again, it is breaking down. You can understand what was in his mind. Second one, he said, I'm trying to make one statue which is to be outside, and every time when I'm making its face, the face is looking like a chapati because the bread was in his mind. And third person was working meticulously. So same thing is here as a teacher. If you are going in the classroom, think that you are going for a service. If children are coming, tell them you are coming here to make your future. You are not coming to the school to make my future or to make my result good or to make your parents happy or whatever it is. You are coming here for a sole purpose. That perception is very much required. And that is the movement which should be there in the present situation. This is, again, now you need to change the school culture a little bit. How to move that, yes, early in the morning, try that in whole school, everything what is moving around is smiles, wishing everybody. Do not ignore indiscipline in classroom. Try to find out, because every time it is not that child wants to say something to you which you are not listening. Sometimes he wants to say which you cannot understand even. Try to make a positive reinforcement system. Inclusivity in dealings. Recognize good and improved behavior. Many a times principal call a child and the parent is very scared when parent is called. Oh, principal sir has called me. You would have done something. Please start calling those parents whose children are doing very good. So that will be a positive kind of a message which is going, that you are affirming those kind of things which are very good and those kind of behaviors which are very good. Appreciate parent support and make a good collegiality. So the whole thing in social culture depends upon social climate, means how your school is related to social. And nowadays, since parents have come closer to the school, don't leave this opportunity. Try to grab it, and whenever you are giving some kind of work for the child, give some kind of assistance to the parent also and ask parent to assist the child. Then there will be a good bonding between child and parent, parent and teacher and child. That is required. So traditions and routines, structures, ways of working with parents, norms for relationship and behaviors, everything is to be changed looking into the present scenario. What is it? Effective oral and written communication, critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration. This is all which you need to involve into your curriculum. First of all, ask every child, what is your vision? Give them 3 to 5 minutes to think about. We have learned from Mr. Kalam that what is the vision and how you can come out of failure, how you can think about various stages of learning. However, there were some film stars, but the message was very clear and loud that every child should have a vision, and you have to teach them the skills and attributes of today's learner. What are the today's learner? They need agility and adaptability. They need collaboration and across networking. They need effective oral and written communication. After pandemic, all these are things which have emerged. Critical thinking, problem solving, we are already doing it. Initiative and entrepreneurialism. Right now, all over the world, people are thinking about entrepreneurial mindset. I'm in the core committee of Delhi government working with the entrepreneurial mindset for different schools and teachers. I understand how interesting it is. And it is not related to commerce. If we are thinking a person is enterprising, that does not mean that he is related to commerce. It is related to anything, what new initiative he can do in his life for social or political or any kind of work. But entrepreneurship has become very much important nowadays. Curiosity and imagination, hope and optimism. Right now, a lot of emphasis is to be given on hope and optimism. Children have again started coming to school, but always they have a question, till when we will be wearing these masks? Will again one more wave come? Will this happen? We need to give them hope and optimism. All that is very much required, but NEP is on our shoulder. What to do? This is very interesting. Now, whether you are in Kerala or you are in Tamil Nadu or you are in Punjab, it's very important that you need to add these things in curriculum and align your curriculum as per the local need for primary school. First of all, talk about their cultural heritage. what is great in Punjab, what is great in Kerala, what is great in Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Mumbai, wherever, Maharashtra, difference between village life and city life, give them an experience of village life. As per local needs, try to prepare the whole curriculum. As per seasons, there are some poems which are on winter, but are taught in summers. How child will experience that? There are few Hindi part, जिसमें लिखा है बरसात की ऋतु, जिसमें लिखा है Diwali, and you are teaching them when it's a summer vacation or when it is January and February. Try to align it according to the seasons. Try to align it according to the weather. Try to align it where he can experience or she can experience something. Indian festivals, current affairs. Align your curriculum as per social values and digital interventions. Generally, I tell, maybe few of you are knowing about it, what kind of poems we are teaching our students. Very interestingly, these poems are nothing to do with our Indian culture or culture of any state. Let me tell you, when we are talking about these small things, you will find these are small things. Not, these are not small things. So I can see few people, we will do one exercise. Few of you are very good in Googling. So I'm telling you about few poems. You need to find out what is the historical background of these. So Soumya ji, I can see you on the top of the screen here. Try to find out on your phone, what is the history behind the poem, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Who are Humpty Dumpty? Write in chat box. Others can write in chat box. By the time Soumya ma'am is trying to find out who are Humpty Dumpty, what is the history behind Humpty Dumpty? I can see few answers started coming. Few people are thinking, sir always ask twisting questions, so let us wait for Soumya ji to answer. Write in chat box whatever you know about Humpty Dumpty, please. Very good. Soumya ji, could you find? Can you unmute, sir? Shishan sir, can you unmute Soumya ji?
Yes, she can unmute. She's a co-host.
Yeah, okay. Soumya ji, yes, tell us.
During the English Civil War, history says a one-eyed gunner named Thompson managed to get a cannon, colloquially called Humpty Dumpty, to the top of the tower of St. Mary's at the Walls.
So Humpty Dumpty was a cannon. Humpty Dumpty was a cannon during the Civil War. Correct. And we are thinking either Humpty Dumpty are eggs, or Humpty Dumpty are potatoes, or Humpty Dumpty are two fat fellows, two fat friends. So why are we teaching such kind of poems which are not having any relevance with our system? So I will give one more, the exercise. Yeah, Krishna ji and Athia ji, both of you try on Googling on your phones. By the time Soumya ji, you also try. The next one is Jack and Jill. Who are Jack and Jill? Jack and Jill went up to hill to fetch a pail of water. Who are Jack and Jill? You can write in chat box whether they are boyfriend, girlfriend, or two deers, or two deers. At least Lal Mohanji has written two deers. Somebody can write brother and sister. But when you will listen the correct history behind that, you will find it horrible. Yeah, Krishna ji, could you find? Krishna Shivhare ji and Athia ji. Twins, okay. R.K. Rajkumar ji has written twins. Yeah, anyone else who have Googled it up can unmute and can answer. Otherwise, Soumya ji would have already done it. It's wife and husband. My God, wife and husband. Twins. Okay. Soumya ji, could you find? Okay, let me tell you. Jack and Jill are from the character from the French Revolution. Jack, very good. Louis 16 and his wife, Juma ji, well done. earlier you have written it's wife and husband, very close to that. So what happened? So Jack and Jill are Louis and his wife. So Jack was beheaded on the mountain. Understand? Jack was beheaded on the mountain and Jill came trembling after. Now we are teaching our children something related to French Revolution, a brutal story behind that, and we are teaching. So my prayer and my request is that try to find your own poems, construct your own poems, which has meaning, which has that fragrance of your earth, which has the fragrance of your state, your country, which has fragrance of your culture. Why are we teaching? And then we are teaching children, okay, you should learn etiquettes. So what is the first poem? Generally, whenever I ask a KG child, okay, tell me one poem, he will say, Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa, eating sugar, no, Papa, open it. Oh, telling lies. So this means we are teaching them to telling lie at that moment. So the idea is that when you are thinking about the new academic session, think that what NEP wants from you, think that what are the gaps you have to fill, think that what is the situation of child right now, and try to work upon that. Now I'm opening for the questions. That's all from my side. So, sir,
Yes,
if
sir.
anyone want to ask any question. Thank you, Sunita ji. I hope just in chat box mention how many smileys you have made for yourself. Just write number. Three, good. 5. Anita ji made 5, 3. Other people are counting or making, they forgot. They got mesmerized with few of the videos. 5, 4, 5. Very nice. Forgot infinite. Very nice. Infinite. Who has written infinite? Just a minute. Sharda ji, infinitive. Very good. So, Lalmohan ji has made smileys and sent it to me. 5 of the smileys. Many smileys coming. Very nice. A very simple thing is that if you will try to see it, if you will try to reflect, first of all, that be a lion. Try to see the lion in you and try to understand you can do not many things and you can do each and everything. And the other things which we taught about, the challenges, you can always win over. So if there is any specific question, sir, you can take. Unmute, sir. Dr. Sheesan, unmute.
Yeah, yes, you can type it or you can just raise your hand, we will unmute you. If you have any specific doubts or questions to A.P. Sharma, sir.
Now they forgot to raise their hand because for last 1 month they are not online, they are offline, so they raise hand in their room only.
Vacation. Vacation also is a fact. No, I believe.
Thank you, Rajkumar ji, for the appreciation.
Yeah, Veena ma'am, 1 second. Veena ma'am, you can unmute from your end. Yeah, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, sir.
No,
Yeah, you want to ask a question?
No, sir. No, sir. I was just
you
giving
are
a high
checking.
five. That's all.
Okay, you are giving me high five. Okay, high five from my side also.
So shall we move to the next session, sir?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there is one more
And
session.
thank you, especially Somaji, for your kind help.
Yeah. Sarva sir, please hold on for another 10 or 15 minutes more. There is another session we have introduced for wellness. No, I think you are aware of that.
Yes,
Shall
yes.
we start the session in your presence, sir? Sarva sir?
Yes, yes, yes. I will be here.
Yeah. So this is again the wellness session. We will start with Soumya ma'am. She is our wellness trainer.
Oh, that's great, Soumya ma'am.
Soumya ma'am, please.
Yeah, hi everyone. Sir's session was really an eye-opener, I would say. And I would like to continue with Sir's session because I'm so this thing about the rhymes. We teach rhymes, but we never look into the background of it, right? So I want all the videos on, come on, because we are going to move for a rhyme. As the summer season is fast approaching, can we all have our videos on?
Yeah, kindly on your videos. So you have to encourage the trainer so that she can encourage us.
And it's a rhyme which I have written, and it's we teach in kindergarten. So let's move. Let's all become kindergarten students today. Otherwise, I'll tell let's all become children. So today I'm specific. We are all kindergarten kids. So how a kindergarten kids would be energized. So we should be like that. Okay, I'm not going to give lot of moment. Am I audible, sir? Is there noise?
Yes,
Okay. So this is a summer season when we're going to teach. So as sir said, we ourselves can write a little bit of small songs and small attractive capturing capturing songs so that the children really understand what we are telling. So just an example for that. Taste of summer, shine of melon on a hot afternoon. Spit out seeds on a hole. Be careful not to eat them. It's the taste of summer, juicy and sweet watermelon. Watermelon, taste of summer, watermelon, taste of summer, watermelon. So we are, I think all have to do with me now.
Yeah, everyone before
All
that,
have to-
put the video please.
All have to do with me, and you all are kindergarten children, and we are going to see the importance of watermelon in the summer season. Like we usually tell them, okay, drink lot of water, drink watermelon. So instead of telling that, if we put whatever we want in a song, it will be, the children would read it, it would go into their mind so fast. So come on, let's all do move and see. Anyway, rhymes, when we teach rhymes, we should not ask children to sit and just do, we have to make them move. So music always should be clubbed with the movement. So I think the videos are on. Come on, let's do it. Taste of summer, shine of melon on a hot afternoon. Spit out seeds on a hole. Be careful not to eat them. It's the taste of summer, juicy and sweet watermelon. Taste of summer, watermelon. Taste of summer, watermelon. Taste of summer, watermelon. So thank you. We just when sir told, I remembered this song, so that's why I just started it. Now, hope you all have your blessing note with you. As I always say, are you all writing your blessings every day? See, we are not, wellness is not only for physical, like it is overall. You have to take care of your mental health, your emotional health, your physical. See, a lot of things are involved. So this blessing note is one thing which will take care of your, your mental, your emotional health, so that you start counting small blessings around you. So I'm just reminding you that you have to write your blessings every day, count your blessings, say thanks. And gratitude, the feeling of gratitude is so important that you attract more and more blessings in your life. Isn't it a good thing? Attracting more and more blessings without us putting in any efforts. So this is the shortest way for you. You start counting blessings, you get that feeling of gratitude in you, automatically the blessings would fall on you. You need not do anything else. Just keep counting blessings, whatever you have. That's enough. So today's question in the blessing note, think of something you lost recently. Something which you lost recently, and what are the 2 positive insights you gained from the experience? You lost something. Okay, what are the positive 2 insights you gained from that experience? You just write the question, you can even answer it a little bit later, that's fine. So, I would just tell a small anecdote. I'll start with a small anecdote. See, it's a story about a sculptor who's very good at his work. He does beautiful statues. One day, a curious person comes into his workplace and he sees him doing a beautiful idol. So he just asks, are you doing one or are you doing many? So he says, I'm doing only one. Then when he looks at one corner, he sees the same idol in one corner. He goes and tells, then you have already done one. Then he says, no, it's not correct. I have made a mistake there. That's why I'm doing another one. So this curious man goes and checks what is the mistake. So he sees a light scratch on the nose. So this person says, it's only a small scratch. It's only a small scratch on the nose. So why do you want to do it again? Then he just says, no, whatever it is, I'm going to keep it. So this curious man asks, where are you going to keep it? He says, I'm going to keep it on top of the Gopuram. In a temple or in, they have that tower. So he's going to keep this idol on top of it. So if he's going to keep it on top of it, then why is he doing it again? Who is going to see it? Please note it down. You can write it on the chat box. Who is going to see the idol if its is placed on the top of the tower? Who is going to see it on top of the tower? You can write it in the chat box. I know I'm not going to go through the answer. All your answers are right. But what I want to say is, what the sculpture answers is, I am going to see it. So it's finally he's doing it for his own thing. The same is like it's with wellness. You are doing it for your betterment of your physical health or your health. You're not going to do it for somebody else. It's a stitch in time saves 9. We all know this, right? So a right start is always needed. So as you people are going to start with your new academic year, whatever you do, if you whatever you do, you just think it's for your own betterment, and you just, if your schools provide a meditation class, or if your schools provide yoga class, just don't go as if, oh, now they are calling for yoga, oh, I have a lot of correction left, oh no, who will do all my work, they are calling for all these things. So don't go with a grumpy face. See, schools are providing a lot of opportunities for the wellness and health of teachers. So we have to go thinking that this is for me. I'm doing it for me, not to please a management, not to please others, not to please anybody. So many schools are doing a lot of stress management techniques, like they have yoga classes and just they have Zumba, a lot of classes. So don't think, oh, Zumba I can't do it. No, I'm not a dance person. Not like that. Nobody is a dance person here. Nobody has come born like, oh, I'm a born dancer. Nothing like that. So we all learn. So dance is nothing. You don't have to be fearful of dance. Okay, so just be very casual, even if you have any sort of class. And I want all of you to move with me. So this is a forum where you don't have to worry about who is watching, who is seeing my screen. Nobody is seeing anybody's screen. Okay, so today I'm going to just give you some little tips about cross-lateral movement. Crossing the midline, which is very important for kindergarten, and not only for kindergarten, for all of us to make our brains work, the left and right brains to work in harmony. Okay, so cross-lateral movements are nothing. Imagine this is a middle line, imaginary line. If you move your hand this side, it's a cross-lateral movement. If you touch it like your left knee and your right, it's a cross-lateral movement. It's crossing the midline. Anything which you cross the midline is movement. And if you move your hand this way, it's a cross-lateral movement. And you see the legs. I'll show you the legs. See, you're moving. You're crossing the midline. Okay, this movement is a crossing the midline movement. So anything which involves a crossing the midline is so important for the kindergarten to activate and stimulate their brain. So if you can do plan your classes like 5 minutes of cross-lateral exercises in your musical movement, just motivation or energizer, the children's brain would be really active to get the input of whatever we teach them. So our music and movement curriculum or whatever it is, just 2 minutes of song you play and you make them do some movement like this or something like this where there is movement. Okay, so as a sample today we are going to do, okay, come on, all of you get ready. We are going to try out this cross lateral movement. Can you hear the music? Can you hear the music now?
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Come on. Hope all are moving with me. Just doing circles, I'm not doing anything. Drawing circle. close your, just sit in your places. We'll do a breathing because we all did a little bit of movement. It's called infinity breathing. You have to move your hand. Like when you move it up, you inhale. When you bring it down, you exhale. Inhale, exhale. You're drawing infinity. Basically, you're drawing infinity. And when you inhale with your nose. When you exhale through the mouth. Okay, come on, just follow me. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Take a deep breath. Exhale, take a deep breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Along with the breath, you're moving your arms also, so you're aligning with your body rhythm. That's so important. Bringing the breath, bringing the body into a harmony. That's what we say, that's a meditative state. So with your breathing, if you align your breathing and if you just for a moment, if you consciously you just observe your breath, that's meditation. You don't have to sit and do, just observe your breathing. So as a last part, all of you rub your hands. Place it on your face, on your eyes, on your cheeks. Bring it to the heart center. Open. Life is a blessing. My life is in my hands. I design a beautiful life for myself. I take responsibility for all my words and actions. I do not blame anyone for where I am in my life. Thank you so much. Oh, is my voice low? Oh God, I'm saying only now. Now is it okay? Maybe only during the affirmation I purposely mellowed down my voice. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Hope it is useful to you. You people have to do with me. Only then you will feel the energy and the breath flowing in you.
I think everybody is doing now.
Wow, great. Thank you.
So we will have So today it was our 336th webinar. Though we know that like the vacation, all these things are happening. Next Saturday we will come up with a new topic which is relevant. I am so glad and I'm so happy. Mr. A.P.Sharma is one of our mentor, our zonal director. He took a session. This is a preliminary session for equipping our plans for the next or the coming academic year. So I have special thanks to A.P. Sharma sir. Soumya ma'am, again, she was traveling, she somehow settled down and made all the effort for today's session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your beautiful gesture for this wellness field. So as we move on to the last session, I repeat, thank you all the participants. Because of your contribution, we have reached 336 sessions. So we will meet next session. Thank you very much. Vande Guru. Vande Guru to you all. My success is my handwriting.
Success is my handwriting.